If you want to master content marketing in 2026, I'm going to show you the strategy that's done this for my business and this for thousands of my paid students. The thing is, most business owners are exhausted from creating content that just disappears after 24 hours and chasing algorithms that keep changing and seeing zero return on all that effort. But what if I told you there's a simple 3-part content system that builds on itself over time, where content you make today will still bring in clients 3, 5, 10 years from now? In this video, I'll show you the 3 types of content that together create an unstoppable client generation machine, how to connect them all together so that each part fuels the other parts for even better results, and plenty of examples so that you can really see how well this all works. This is the exact system that I used to build a multi-million-dollar business with just a few hours of content creation per week. And I've taught it to thousands of expertise-based business owners, and they're getting real revenue from it, not just views and likes. Look, most content marketing strategies are basically hamster wheels, and if you've ever watched a hamster on one of those things, you know it looks exhausting, right? Lots of calories being burned, going absolutely nowhere. The wheel only spins while they're running, and the moment they stop, everything stops. Now tell me that doesn't sound familiar. That is you posting every day on social media, creating short-form videos that disappear after a few hours, constantly feeding the algorithm just to stay visible. But what if your content worked more like a giant flywheel instead? You give it a push by creating one piece of content, and that push keeps it spinning for weeks, months, even years. Then each new piece you add doesn't just add another spin, it makes the whole system spin faster. I call this the momentum loop. It's got 3 parts, and it's about to change everything about how you approach your content. So the first part of the momentum loop is what I call attraction content. So this is any content you put out into the world to get discovered by new people or to deepen your relationship with the people who already know you. The key here is that it usually lives on platforms that you don't own, like social media, YouTube, podcast players, wherever your ideal clients are already hanging out. Now you've got a ton of options here, and that's actually part of the problem. So you could write blog posts, and companies with active blogs did used to get 67% more leads than those without, but AI is slowly killing the blog game. When someone gets their question answered by Google's AI instant answer, why would they click through to your blog post? They probably won't, right? So I think we can cross that off. Or you could do short form videos, TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts. And sure, they can get a lot of views, but think about it, it's a recency-based algorithm. So you spend hours creating something that they only show people today, maybe part of tomorrow if you're lucky. It's like building a sandcastle right before high tide. What about podcasts? I actually love podcasts for building a deep connection with your audience. And I've actually hired at least 5 consultants for various things over the years because I listened to them and I trusted them. The problem isn't podcasts themselves, it's that podcast platforms are absolutely terrible at helping new people discover your show. You could have the best podcast in your industry, but if Spotify or Apple isn't really showing it to new people, what's the point? This is why I keep coming back to YouTube long-form videos as the gold standard for attraction content. And before you say, but Wes, I don't want to be a YouTuber, just hear me out for a second. So YouTube has something no other platform has, a built-in mechanism for getting your content in front of exactly the right eyeballs. But here's the catch. This only works if you use a search-based strategy, especially when you're just starting out. You're not trying to go viral here. You're just trying to show up when someone types in how to reduce small business taxes or why does my back hurt at my desk. On social media, people are just passively scrolling, looking to kill time. But on YouTube, they're actively searching for solutions to problems they've got right now. They're not just interested, they're motivated. They're usually just a few steps away from being ready to hire someone to solve that problem for them. And here's where YouTube gets really powerful. Once someone watches one of your videos, the algorithm starts working in your favor. It's going to suggest another one of your videos, then another, then another. I've had people tell me that they binged like 20 of my videos in a weekend. But the real magic? YouTube lets people actually get to know you, your voice, your face, your little quirks and mannerisms. These are the subtle things that build real human connection. It's why video converts better than any other content format. 87% of marketers say that video content brought more traffic to their websites and that traffic was way more likely to buy. Take Carlton Dennis and his Tax Alchemy channel. This guy has nailed attraction content. He's not trying to be the next Mr. Beast. He's just consistently making videos for his ideal clients, business owners worried about their taxes. And the trick with attention content is to get the right mix of formats. He's got FAQ videos like how to deduct travel expenses without getting audited. That's a real fear that his clients have, and he's right there with the answer. He's got list videos like 9 passive income ideas, perfect for entrepreneurs looking to diversify. Comparison videos like good debt versus bad debt that help people make better financial decisions, and thought leadership pieces like what to do with your paycheck, where he shares his unique perspective, helping people see him as a true expert that they can come to for advice and wisdom, not just information they could easily get from AI. And look at this, some of his most popular videos are 3 to 4 years old. There's one video from 4 years ago with 5.4 million views. Think about that for a second. He probably spent a day, maybe 2, creating that video 4 years ago, and it's still working for him every single day, bringing in qualified leads who are actively searching for tax help. This little number here says he's getting 34 views on this every single hour. That's 4 years later. And that's just insane leverage on the time he spent, which that's the real power of evergreen attraction content on YouTube. So what makes a good attraction video? Well, you just need simple weekly education-based videos that target what people are actually searching for, not just whatever you think would make a good video today. That means doing actual keyword research. Tools like vidIQ or even just YouTube search bar suggestions are going to tell you exactly what your ideal clients are actually typing in. Then you want to mix it up. Some weeks you answer frequently asked questions, other weeks you create lists or tutorials. Throw in some comparisons and your own thought leadership takes. Each video then becomes an entry point into your momentum loop for someone new to discover you, but also all these videos can deepen the relationship with people who have already found you. The beautiful thing is every single video you make just becomes another line in the water, another chance for someone to find you for the first time. And unlike social media posts that just sink to the bottom of the feed, these videos keep swimming around, finding new viewers months and years later. But here's the thing about attraction content. Its job isn't to close the sale. Its only job is to get viewers 80% of the way there. When someone's been watching your videos for weeks, learning from you, getting real value, they're practically pre-sold. Attraction content sets the table. Now, you need the second part of our momentum loop to seal the deal. Your conversion content is everything on your website that takes someone from 80% sold to pulling out their credit card. And when your attraction content's done its job right, conversion content doesn't have to work nearly as hard. Think about it. Someone lands on your website after watching, 5 or 6 of your videos. They already kind of know you. They already kind of trust you. They've already gotten results from your free advice. Your conversion content just needs to make it crystal clear what the next step looks like, what you can do for them if they actually pay you, and what results they can expect. And this is completely different from someone who were to find your website cold through Google. That person still needs tons of convincing, but someone who's been watching your content, they kind of just need permission to hire you. So where does this conversion content actually live? Your homepage and service pages, obviously, landing pages for specific offers, your booking or consultation pages, and lead magnets that require an email sign up. Now, I've created hundreds of high-performing service business websites, and there are 3 keys to making conversion content that actually converts. If you get these right from the very start, you're going to turn way more visitors into clients. First key, a crystal clear value proposition. So you need someone to understand what you do and how it helps them in literally seconds. Not minutes, not once they get to the bottom of the page. You got about 5 seconds here. And when marketing experiments tested this, they found that having a crystal clear value proposition increased conversions by 201%. That's triple the results just from being clear about what you offer. Here's how to do it right. So instead of vague or corporate professional language that people don't understand, like we provide comprehensive financial solutions for modern businesses, just write exactly what people get. Helping busy entrepreneurs pay 30% less in taxes legally. Specific problem, specific solution, specific result. Anyone reading that knows instantly if you're right for them. Second key, one page, one purpose. Every page on your website should just have one primary action that you want visitors to take. Want them to book a call? That's the focus of this page. Want them to download your guide? That's a different page with a different focus. This focused approach works really well. Companies that create separate landing pages for each offer, instead of trying to cram everything onto one page, see 55% more leads. Why? Well, it's because when you remove confusion and you give people one clear next step, they actually tend to take it. Having multiple competing offers on the same page can decrease conversions by up to 266%. Third key, show the proof. So for a service or expert-based business, you are the product, right? People aren't just buying your expertise, they're buying a piece of you. So you need to prove that you can deliver. 2/3 of the highest converting landing pages include testimonials or some kind of a trust badge. Just adding 2 or 3 short quotes from happy clients can be the difference between someone booking a call or clicking away forever. So this social proof tells visitors that people just like them have gotten results working with you. Now, not every visitor is ready to hire you today, even if they love your videos and what they see on your website. That's why one of the smartest conversion goals on your website isn't to make the immediate sale. It's to get their email address. Because once you've got that, you can nurture the relationship until they are ready and build your runway of future clients. Jamie Wolfer runs a wedding planning YouTube channel, and she's brilliant at this. When you watch one of her videos about, wedding planning, she doesn't just send you right to her homepage. She knows that for her business, she does better when she gets interested couples to sign up for this freebie that she offers on her site. The page is really simple. It just offers a free wedding planning checklist. That's it. No menu navigation, no learn about our services, no Instagram links. It's just, want this helpful checklist? Put your email right here. Now watch what happens psychologically. Someone planning their own wedding thinks, perfect, a free checklist, that's gonna help me stay organized. So they download it, they start going through it, and pretty quickly realize, holy crap, there's about 247 things on this list. The flowers alone have 18 subtasks. That's when the thought creeps in, maybe we should just hire Jamie to handle all this. But even if they don't hire her right away, guess what? Jamie now has their email address, so she can follow up. She can be helpful over time until they are ready to make that decision, which brings us to the third and possibly most powerful part of the momentum loop. Here's something that might surprise you. When people ask me where most of my revenue comes from, they assume it's probably directly from YouTube. That's where they see me the most, right? But the truth is, the vast majority of my sales come from email. YouTube brings them in, but then email closes the deal. And I'm not alone here. Email marketing delivers $36 to $40 for every dollar spent. That's a 3,600% return on investment, guys. It's not sexy, it's not new, but it's a workhorse. In fact, 81% of small businesses say that email is their primary customer acquisition channel. Not social, not ads, not SEO, email. Why? Well, it's because email is the only channel where you have direct access to your audience. Think about it. The algorithm can't hide your content from them. Platform changes can't kill your reach. When you send an email, it lands in their inbox, and 99% of people check their email every day. Now, I break email content into 2 buckets, and you need both for this to work. The first bucket are your weekly nurture emails, and these are stupid simple to write, especially when you're already creating your weekly attraction content. So every week, you're just gonna send an email to your list about your new video or podcast episode or whatever content you're creating. And you're not selling anything here. You're just saying, hey, I made this thing about solving this problem you might have. Here's why it's worth 7 minutes of your time. Click here to watch. That's it. No fancy copywriting needed. Just tell them what you made and why they should care. The email drives them back to your content, which deepens the relationship, which makes them more likely to watch the next video, which makes them more likely to eventually hire you. So see how the loop feeds itself and builds its own momentum over time? But here's what most people miss. It takes around 11 touch points for a lead to convert into a client. Your weekly emails make sure that those touch points happen naturally, consistently, without you having to, chase anyone down. And in case you're wondering, the email would be one touch point and the actual content you're linking them to is another. So this really does have a way of shortcutting your sales cycle. Companies that nail these kinds of emails generate 50% more sales-ready leads at 33% lower cost. And those nurtured leads, they spend 47% more than non-nurtured leads. They're not just more likely to buy, they buy bigger packages because they trust you when you say it's better. The second bucket is sales emails. So these are way less frequent, maybe once a month, or when you're running a special promotion, or when you need to fill some consulting slots. But this is where the magic happens. Whenever I open enrollment for one of my paid programs, I send daily emails for about 5 days. They're not long emails, sometimes just a few paragraphs, and each one tells a different story or addresses a different objection or shares a different client success story. And I'm actually fine sharing the data for my last email promo. I actually made about 40 grand in that 1 week, and I made 58 grand the time before selling a different program. But here's the key, those sales emails only work because of all the nurtured emails and the content that came before them. The trust was already built, the value had already been given. The sales emails aren't really even selling. They're kind of just saying, hey, remember all that free help that I've been giving you? Well, here's how we can work together more closely. But of course, the thing that holds this whole momentum loop together is creating the right type of content in the first place that's going to attract not just viewers, but buyers. So you need to watch this video next, where I'm going to show you the 4 key principles that help service business owners like you build the right audience from the start, so way more of them end up moving to your conversion content and your email list, and then actually pay you for what you do so well. So click right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get this right.